Hai semua, kembali lagi bersama seniman muda berkarya. Kali ini, aku ada di salah satu tempat yang merupakan private museum, art space, sekaligus art institute, yaitu Art1 New Museum, yang mendukung infrastruktur seni dan memamerkan koleksi masterpiece yang sudah dibuat lebih dari 30 tahun yang lalu. Istilah museum yang digunakan Art1 New Museum berkaitan dengan tujuan paling dasar dari mendirikan sebuah museum, yaitu mencari pemahaman mengenai seni dan nilai-nilainya dengan cara menganalisis karya-karya penting dalam perkembangan seni. Di sini mereka tidak menggunakan konsep museum yang ada pada persepsi masyarakat umum, di mana museum dipandang sebagai fasilitas tempat menyimpan karya penting yang menjadi tanda perkembangan sejarah seni dan harus memiliki koleksi. Sebentar lagi kita bakal ngobrol-ngobrol dengan tokoh yang memiliki ketertarikan di bidang restorasi dan konservasi seni, juga berperan penting dalam sejarah perkembangan Art1 New Museum. Hi Mbak Monica, how are you?
Good, thank you.
It's good to see you and thank you so much for your time. Terima kasih juga udah bolehin aku main-main ke Art1 New Museum. Seru banget. I love the concept, the colors, and then the representing of each floors. Dan aku lihat bahwa ini ada gabungan museum dan juga galeri ya Mbak. Aku melihat karena ada M1, M2, M3, terus G1, G2, G3. Jadi setiap floor itu justru represent a timeline, a certain kategori gitu ya Mbak.
Betul, jadi di museum memang isinya koleksi karya seni throughout the ages. Dan kalau di galeri kita memang memberikan space untuk mempromosikan karya-karya seni, karya anak bangsa.
So the idea is, okay, we will represent an era of time where the artist is represented by a certain style or a certain time frame. For example, in level 3 is represented by Moi Indi, which is all the European artists who came to Indonesia and found how beautiful Indonesia was. In level 2, we focus on Indonesian modern artists. These are the artists who were in their 70s, 80s, and so forth. And they are more in the abstract expressionist, all the way until around 2000. And in the lower ground, we have like all the contemporary artists, like these artists who have had competition, who have won competition, and who have won awards, and who have won accolades, and they're quite, they have a very good reputation as a contemporary artist. So these are like the artists that we try to focus with our different flooring system and different category.
So they reflect towards the art piece, and I see that there's so many newcomers as well. Banyak banget seniman-seniman baru yang muda juga. Bagus banget regenerasinya di sini juga. Iya. Dan kalau aku boleh bertanya, awal mula mendirikan Art1 New Museum itu inspirasinya dari mana? Dan juga dulu kan ini sempat dinamakan Mondekor Gallery ya.
In 2011, when we got the space and we realized, okay, maybe we create like a museum and a gallery. We didn't want to have the name Mondekor Gallery to the museum, because then like if you have a museum that is called a gallery, then that would be a bit contradicting. So you need to lose the name gallery, but also like we need to call it something short and simple, so then people can really remember. So we call it, we came with the name Art1, and also so we call it a museum because we think, I'm sure like the museum is going to take place, and plus this is a private museum, so like the museum is going is gonna find its own definition. So we wanted to keep it open and free, so we call it a new museum. In which, like, okay, the business model is not going to be modeling like the government museum. Is going to stand by its own.
So it's more niche, and then I can see that it's more concepted. Like there's so many art pieces. So I think that's really nice. Because it's a new style. Karena biasanya memang kalau museum kan yang kita lihat kan banyak sekali memang pieces yang sudah lama mungkin dan tidak terupdate gitu. Tapi di sini aku melihat selalu ada update, selalu ada pergantian untuk koleksi karyanya. Sebenarnya di sini itu ada berapa ya jumlah koleksi karya seninya in total?
We have more than 2,000 pieces.
Wow, 2,000 pieces.
Wow. We have over 3 storage to distribute like these pieces and keep them safely and nicely. But they keep on growing.
That's amazing. Itu yang kita mau denger juga ya. Gimana terus berproses, terus it's always developing and growing. Dan kalau misalnya untuk waktu itu berapa lama ya yang dibutuhkan durasinya untuk collecting everything and then to curate gitu, karena kan sesuai dengan kategorinya.
So every solo exhibit, the preparation takes about 4 to 5 months for one artist, and with a group exhibition, normally for one exhibit is divided by 2 or 3 people. That takes about like 3 months to prepare. After each of the exhibition, the museum will have the initiative to collect the best ones.
Wow.
So that way, we grow with the artist. We know the artist personally, and every process before an exhibition, we know and we have already interviewed them with our curator, so we know who's good with the exhibition, and normally that is the way the museum starts collecting through the exhibition that is being organized by the gallery, through the museum. We wanted like the museum to become a natural space where people can come over and over again and see the collection. Because when you have a collection and then you have it in the house, then you have to go to someone else's house to see the collection. It's kind of like the museum function is to provide the access for people to enjoy the pieces that they cannot enjoy otherwise. We provide the space for the measurement. Maybe we have like a big size, gigantic piece of artwork that needs to be shown or not needs to be exhibited, and the museum is the place to see it because of the flexibility of the space and the size of our walls that is accommodating enough for the collection. And sometimes we have an exhibition that is generated towards a certain concept that needs to focus on certain topic or certain genre, and we have installation, photography, video. The museum is the perfect place to showcase it. Jadi sebenarnya koleksinya banyak, cuman karena kita ngambilnya separuh-separuh, cuman dikemas dalam satu presentation, dalam satu pameran yang ada judul dengan ada topik yang topik tertentu. Nah itu kelihatannya jadi something new, padahal enggak. Jadi it's just the way that we play with our display.
Jadi semacam perputaran gitu ya. Jadi untuk misalnya musim ini yang dimajuin, misalnya yang mengangkat tentang empower her gitu, dan mungkin musim depan lagi ada tema yang berikutnya. Jadi memang semua seniman memiliki kesempatan gitu, memiliki tempat, ruang dan waktu ya untuk bisa exhibit di sini.
Right.
Yeah.
That is a space where anybody can partake into the community program to exhibit. If you want to become an artist, you don't have like the background, and how do you exhibit? Maybe if you have the talent, how do you get recognized? Maybe you just need the space.
You need the platform, and then the people who can support you.
That's right. Because it's important. Then again, if you go to an exhibit as an artist, you meet with other artists, and then you start to exchange ideas, exchange medium, and you start having dialogue. The dialogue is important because then, kamu ngerjain ini ya, aku ngerjain ini ya.
Jadi ada inspirasi baru yang tercipta saat mereka ketemu gitu.
That's right. So the gallery is trying this
this really fun, exciting community program that is open. It's through an open call. We normally announce it through our Instagram platform. We do have a limited space, and every month the topic changes. So the brief changes. I work together very closely with my curator, and we formulate a curation every month that you have to respond in every curatorial to do the exhibition. If you get selected to work an exhibition, then you get the chance to exhibit your artwork for 3 weeks.
Wow.
We will also work for you,
Yeah.
including for the pricing, how to represent yourself, how to pack your artwork, and how to learn to become a professional artist. So the idea is trying to integrate as many communities as we can and have our space to be more inclusive to people.
Yeah.
So then we're not only touching artists that we know, but we can start to open up and start collaborating with maybe people we don't know.
Yeah.
So we want to know who's the artists out there that we have not yet encountered, or we want to know what other artwork that's out there that we have not yet seen, and for the artists to see, seniman profesional tuh bikinnya gini ya, gitu. It's also like an exchange in that way to see what has been done and what is going on right now. So that is
itu juga menjadi a part of exchanging ini ya, ideas, and also so many artists that are not going to the formal education, they're welcome to join this. It's an open call.
It's an open call.
Dan itu membuka mata semua orang sih. It's an eye opener karena menurut aku banyak banget yang bakal akhirnya ada yang bisa apresiasi kita gitu. Misalnya seniman-seniman muda yang baru dan mereka mungkin masih merasa belum pede, di sini di welcome gitu. Dan juga justru menjadi tempat di mana mereka bisa mendapatkan support system.
That's right.
And they actually can have a career and future in the arts industry.
They can.
Wow. Yeah.
So in every community program, we also secretly pick the best of the community program. We're not going to tell you who, but normally we will save the names until the end of one cycle. We're going to invite them for a bigger exhibition that will involve 100 artists.
Wow, that's a massive movement.
Hopefully they will exhibit alongside with professional artists.
Wow, it's a great opportunity for them to explore and to actually gain, more knowledge from the seniors.
Yes. But also, I think the more that they do the exhibition, the more confidence they will become. They're more confident with the artwork, then they're more comfortable with the idioms, with the language that they use. They can talk more about the art piece. Then they'll be ready to do more serious exhibition.
Kalau aku boleh tahu, which area is your most favorite in the whole museum?
I have a combination between the contemporary and the classic. So I like the first and the third floor, because contemporary allows you to express who you are in this contemporary sense. Because our generation is always changing, is already defined in certain ways, but also not yet defined yet. The contemporary allows you to explore a lot of media and a lot of art piece without being categorized. Ini tuh ntar jadinya apa?
Yeah.
So I like the contemporary spirit of things. When you see like behind this idyllic, beautiful landscapes, you see like the dancer wearing a certain sarong, wearing a certain headdress. Then you can feel, the preparation that's involved into the dance, the way that they move, the way that they wear things. That is part of the religion towards the culture, or towards the heritage, towards the dance that they are performing. So Indonesia is rich in that way, and we have a lot of talents, and I'm sure there are a lot of undiscovered talents out there.
I totally agree with this. Yeah, because I feel like there's so many people with potential and the love for arts, the love for culture, the love for everything that's bringing Indonesia in its unique way.
Yeah.
Tetapi memang kesempatan itu yang memang dan exposure-nya belum terlalu banyak ya.
Right.
Aku rasa.
And I think the appreciation in our space is not only dedicated for visual art. Yes, we did start with visual artists, but not to say like our space does not only stop there. We're always happy to collaborate with performers or musicians, dancers. Actually, we've had like public program in the museum where we brought in dancers. So we had ballet in the museum, we had cinema in the museum, and we had classical music in the museum.
Wow.
So that was our effort to collaborate with as many people as well.
If I may ask you, what is your biggest dreams and hopes for the industry and also for the younger generation?
For us, I think to be sustainable, the space to be sustainable more than a decade is good enough, but it's never good enough because we would love to have more participation and try to understand what are like the young people doing out there these days. What are the creative outputs and how is it relatable with the history? We've already done history now.
Yeah.
And for me, it's a transitioning period between your collection and how to maintain your collection. Because you already started to have a lot of collection, but then how do you now
Maintain.
take care of your collection? For the space, I think I would dream for the space to speak more across generation, not necessarily just my generation or the generation before me, but also the younger generation, because they keep evolving.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the space can always exist as a dialogue to across multiple mediums, multiple form of art, and multiple generation. I think because we'll never know kedepannya tuh gimana ya gitu.
Yeah. It's like connecting the dots, connecting the past with the future, from the previous generation to the upcoming generation. So I guess that's the benang merah untuk seni, karena kita bisa selalu menikmati seni dari zaman ke zaman, dari era sebelumnya sampai era ke depan pun itu masih menjadi sebuah legacy. Salah satu pelayanan yang disediakan oleh Art One New Museum adalah studio konservasi lukisan yang didirikan oleh Ibu Monica Gunawan sejak 2005, bernama Studio Arte, yang menawarkan jasa konservasi karya seni dan restorasi lukisan, juga konsultasi terkait infrastruktur museum, branding, marketing, koleksi penyimpanan, hingga program publik. Konservasi adalah upaya pelestarian karya seni dengan cara mengumpulkan data, asal maupun informasi terkait sebuah karya. Tekniknya adalah dengan mereverse proses kerusakan restorasi karya seni dengan cara membersihkan kotoran, memperbaiki bagian yang sobek, menghilangkan jamur, dan memberikan lapisan varnish baru sehingga lukisan terlihat jelas aslinya. Kerusakan bisa terjadi karena aging, penuaan, ketidaksengajaan kecelakaan, maupun vandalisme. Pentingnya restorasi lukisan adalah pembacaan visual karya secara lengkap, jelas, sesuai yang diciptakan seniman pada asalnya. Bahkan karya seni yang direstorasi dengan baik kerap mendapatkan valuasi harga yang tinggi daripada sebelum direstorasi. Berderet karya yang pernah direstorasi di Studio Arte adalah karya dari Picasso, Salvador Dali, Raden Saleh, Hendra Gunawan, S. Sujoyono, Lee Man Fong, Basuki Abdullah, Sri Hadi, Lee Mayul, dan masih banyak lainnya. Berbasis akademik di Florence, Italia, Studio Arte mengadopsi aliran Florentina School, yang berpegang pada tingkat pengembalian karya ke kondisi asli di atas 85 hingga 95%. Melalui teknik reversible, sebuah metode yang dilakukan untuk menjaga keaslian karya sesuai pembacaan sejarah yang lengkap.
Ternyata banyak banget fakta-fakta menarik yang sangat mind-blowing dan juga insightful di episode kali ini. Aku ingin mengucapkan terima kasih dan apresiasi sebesar-besarnya kepada seluruh tim Art One New Museum, Mbak Monica Gunawan, Ibu Monica Gunawan, dan juga kepada para seniman Indonesia yang selalu dengan semangat membawa karya-karyanya dalam perkembangan dan perjalanan seni tanah air.
Sebagai penutup, ada kutipan dari seorang seniman yang dikenal sebagai Bapak Seni Rupa Modern Indonesia dan karyanya bisa kita nikmati di Art One New Museum. Beliau telah menginspirasi aku dalam berkarya. Kesenian itu jiwa ketok. Kalau seorang seniman membuat suatu barang kesenian, maka sebenarnya buah kesenian itu tidak lain dari jiwanya sendiri yang kelihatan. Jadi, kesenian adalah jiwa. S. Sujoyono.
Salam seniman muda berkarya.